Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a new Ketuo knife to show you. This is the Triad V3. This is the newest version of the Triad. So I believe the flipper tab is back now. It wasn't on the V2, but you have the liner lock with button setup, which is really cool. These do have a reversible pocket clip, which is really nice. It's kind of, to me, the Triad and the Griffin go kind of hand in hand. And I'll say the mini Griffin was my favorite Ketuo knife I've ever handled. It is just, yeah, it's nasty. This has I didn't even see this. It has some kind of lock. So does that only work to lock it open? So now that's slid up and okay. So I can disengage it, just not all the way. It looks like it's getting stuck on the detent. Oh. Maybe that's not what that is. Let's see. I think it's supposed to be pushing the lock bar in so that it forces it to stay open. But I can open it. So we're going to try this a couple different ways to see what that is exactly. Sorry, I never even noticed that. So I can't do it with the button. So I cannot push the button any further. So I think that is there to protect you from accidentally squeezing the button down. I think that's what that's about, which is kind of cool. So because this one doesn't have a recessed button in any way. So I think maybe they added that to offer a little security for people who have that issue where they kind of push the button. You know what I mean? But it does not lock up completely against the liner lock disengagement. So just be careful. Be mindful of that. I don't think anybody's going to have enough accidental strength to do that, though. It's still hard to accidentally, like, even I can go this far. It's not moving, but I can push it a little further and clear it. But it would be, I mean, an epic accident if that somehow happened. But anyway, for the button, it's fine, and it's actually pretty solid. Like, it does move a little bit, has a little bit of wiggle here because you're moving the lock bar like a touch, but it's still well on the lock face, you can see there. So that is what that is. I'll see if it works closed. I don't think it does. So I can go that far. See if I push the button. I don't know why that would make a difference. So it does not work when closed. Just keep that in mind. Pretty cool. Really nice sort of jimping back here. One thing that I don't love, if I'm being honest, which I always am, it seems like there's definitely a rattle, and that's from this button being a little loose. I think that's what that is. Or maybe it's this button. Let's see. No rattle. Just hold this button and shake it. Yeah, so it's that. Don't love that because any type of rattle just gives me the sense that something feels cheap, janky, you know, even if it's not. So I would totally get rid of this. This seems silly to me. I do wonder if I could remove it. Like if I could take the knife apart and I'm sure I could just remove that piece. And then, yeah, I'm going to have a hole there, but I'm not going to have the rattle. So I would prefer that. The detent is money. The flipper tab is really well done. It's got great jimping on it. It's got a good angle. Good for a light switch. Good for a push button. You have a nice drop point blade with a compound grind. Hollow ground in the back here. Flat ground up here. And a little bit of a poon, which is nice as well. You can disengage it with the lock bar, or you can hit the button. And again, when you open it, you can flip it out with the button if you want, which is cool. So it's nice. You can just treat it like a normal folding knife where you just kind of put your thumb in there. They gave you lock bar access, which is nice. A lot of companies, when they do these frame lock, liner lock things with buttons, they just completely ignore the lock bar, which makes no sense, right? Why are you doing it if you're not going to give us lock bar access? I want to be able to do both. So now I can do that awesome clean close right there. Or I can just hit the button, which is a little smoother. I can push the lock bar a little further, it seems like, which is actually makes no sense. Look how far I can push that to over here on the wall. And if I do it this way, I kind of, it's the same, but then when I lock it, the button can only go this far, but I can push the lock bar a lot further with my thumb. That's kind of weird. I wonder why it lets you go further this way when the lock is on. So this lock must somehow be pushing, looks like there's a little detent ball there. Must be doing something with the, putting that in the path of the button or something. Because it's a hard stop. Like you just hit a wall. You can't like push more to move it over further like I can here. I kind of hit that wall, but then I can go a little further. Right? You can't do that with the button. It's a very interesting concept. Personally, I don't like it. So, just being honest. But maybe some of you guys will. Looks like some kind of fat carbon. Is it dark matter DM blue? There's a lot of blue. That's why I'm not sure if it's fat carbon DM blue. Because it just looks like a little... It's more color than usual. But I think that is what it is. Really good detent, guys. And these studs are in a great spot. So you can really get a strong push on those. Like it's stiff. And then the hole, same thing. These are all what she said or he said. Thumb flick out of the hole? Yep. So, I mean, it's a fidget monster. Front flipper. That might be my least favorite, is the front flipper, but it works really well. I would like it a little taller, but they're trying to keep it in line, I think. It could have something to do with the open position or whatever, I don't know. Sharpening choil looks great. Action is wonderful. Reversible pocket clip. I don't love that Ketuo, right? They still use T6s for stuff. Don't love that. Like these are T6, that's T6, that's T8. I don't know. Not the biggest fan of that. Pocket clip, T6, you know. Don't mind this clip, but it does have quite of a bit of a point here, so it does catch your pocket a little bit. They do work fine, but they'll grab when you put them in and out. Internal relief cut is a nice touch. Titanium liners, very well built. I'd venture to guess this knife is somewhere around $250. I'm going to pull it up now. I didn't check before, sorry. Ketuo USA. Here's what they have on the site. I'll put a link in the description to their website. If you guys use that link, it does help the channel, and I really appreciate it when you guys do that. They just dropped the new Yakuzas, I think. It's like a budget form of the Yakuza. But let's see. There's the Griffin V2. Where's the mini Griffin? That one's so good. Here's the Triad V2. That one's $215, sold out. I haven't seen this one, the Thorn, I don't think. Never seen the Slingshot. I have some I've never seen. Don't even know what that is. They have a lighter. Wild. So Griffin V3. I don't know if I saw that. I saw the mini Griffin. Dude, that's so good. $250 for the V3. They have some pry bars. That looks cool. Where is this one? Triad V3. So it's $215 right now, guys, on sale. That's a good price for this. $215. M390, I'm sure. Yep. Belt satin. DM fat carbon. And it's $215. And then there's a is it marbled carbon furbin. So yeah, the only thing I don't like about it, honestly, is the is this lock. I think that was unnecessary. You know, they could honestly do this knife without the button at all. Do a V4 without a lock, without the button. Just give me the lock bar access. I think it would make this knife better if you just did that. So, okay, that's it, guys. So check out the Triad V3. Use that link down below if you're going to pick one up. And if you have any questions, let me know. And Ketuo, if you see this, I want to see a V4 with no button, no lock, just this awesome lock bar access. And I think that would be a killer setup. And I'd love to see you guys start using S90V instead of M390, but that's just a little thing. So let me know what you guys think. Yeah, other than that, I think it's fantastic. I've always liked the design. So I love you guys. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you later. Peace.